Currently, Nnamdi Kanu arrests, causes unrest among world leaders. How do you see it? What does it really mean that world leaders are not resting because of the arrests of Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria?
It's an image that has been built over the years, you know, and coming from the ashes of the Nigerian Biafran War, the whole world know what happened, you know, what actually triggered that war, what actually led to that war, you know, and well, on the process, a lot of books were written, you know, about the Nigerian Biafran War. The most prominent one happens to be the one that was credited to Frederick Forsyth, who is a British journalist that resigned and came to Africa, Nigeria, precisely as at that time, to witness what actually, you know, happened. Having known Ojukwu when they were in Oxford University, or when Ojukwu was actually in Oxford University. So he exposed a lot of things, you know, a lot of books, you know, coupled with a lot of, you know, other icons of literary meaning, talking about Olosheika and the rest of them, you know, and so many of them, Gugu Wationg, you know, the former president of Tanzania, you know, so many people wrote a lot of things, both home and abroad, about what transpired and what led to Nigeria Biafran War. But what was, you know, very close to the people was the one written by Frederick Forsyth, a British journalist, that actually blamed the Britain for that war, even though the whole world supported Nigerian Fulani against you know, a tribe as at that time, the most powerful tribe as at that time, the most relevant, significant tribe as at that time in Nigeria were actually, you know, they were actually the Igbos. And subsequently, before that time, you know, the Igbo started from nowhere. The Igbo nation started from nowhere. Devastated in all ramifications. Everything that Igbo enjoyed or had before the war was taken away by them, by the British-sponsored Fulani government in Nigeria. And gradually they begin to build from picking nylon on the streets, engaging in all manner of things, you know, but because who they are, where they came from, you know, what God promised Jacob, everything they laid their hand upon started multiplying. And before you know it, in a space of less than few years or thereabout after the war, the Igbo nation spread, became significant again, that the world started noticing them. But instead of Nigeria as a nation begin to see that, you know, if we actually need to move forward, Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba need actually to come together and heal whatever reservation they have against each other. Everything you see that happened to the Igbo, it is not the Igbos that initiated crisis in Nigeria. The people that initiated crisis in Nigeria are dead. But because of the resistance or what the British felt that they went through in trying to subdue and oppress the Igbo people, that is what they use actually against them by empowering. We are spreading, the whole world is spreading, you know, people are getting knowledge, people are getting sophisticated on daily basis, and that was how the world started recognizing Igbos everywhere in the world. So it has gotten to that level where a certain man came, his name is Nnamdi Kanu, and that took the globalization of an agitation, the first in the history of Africa, the most largest peaceful organization all over the world, recognized by the world leader, to the global circle. That was how that understanding began, and the world began to notice that there's a race, there's a tribe, there's a region, there's a bloc called Old Eastern Province, according to the Portuguese, that are seeking, other than Nigeria, that are seeking for disintegration from the main body called Nigeria. You understand? So they started taking note on that, and it became very prominent when that after it was being tagged Muslim Nigeria through Christian Biafra, the word spread, crisis started. Then the Christians, Brad, let me tell you, it is not even Igbo that made Igbos Christians. Igbos became Christians based on divinity, based on who they are and where they are coming from and what they represent. It is not the British people that called the Igbos Chi. You know what it means, Chi? Chi means that you are not the one in charge of your life. That's the meaning of Chi. That a superior being, somebody that you knew that has done something that is beyond your imagination. That is the meaning of Chi. Then secondly, you know, the Igbo man does not believe in king. No. We believe in kingship, coming together democratically. And let everybody speak their mind. We don't believe that one person will come and lord over anybody. And that was why the Igbo nation has never experienced conquest in any community in Nigeria. The Yorubas did their own conquest. They conquered a lot of people, you know. The Yorubas are not closer to the water. I don't know how they managed to become closer to the water now. Because they carried that conquest. And that was what we were talking about, all your empire. The Andagos would have been on their own, they have their own language. But because this conquest was carried out, the real Yorubas are the Oyo people. Anything outside that, Obama and the rest of them, anything about that, we don't want to know. So you can see the Biafran thing, you know, when it was started, it never died, you know, and it's gradually getting momentum at this point in time. And the key, the one that made it very prominent is the newest revelation from the senators of the federal of the United States of America, talking about, you know, the Christian killing so far.